Welcome, everyone, to Wise-ish, your daily power boost. It's your 15 minutes of getting you up and getting you going. Some of us are still at home with those same people. And while I was coming back from a meeting this morning, I was sharing with the driver how interesting it must be for families, especially if both parents are remotely working on laptops or on their iPads from home, and that they have children under the ages of 16. And what must be happening inside of those homes, how challenging it must be. Unless you have a really, really strong sense of family, or you're just blessed with kids who help out, wash the dishes, help you with the laundry and ironing and cooking. Well, whoo-hoo, fantastic. But what about those children that maybe don't know about that? And one of the things that we do develop is that we create a kind of a complacency, or we become too familiar with the people that we live with, whether it's your spouse or your child or your in-law or even a roommate. Each kind of know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and at some point in time, you kind of feel like, well, you're no better than I am, or, well, you do that, and who are you to tell me what to do, or you can't give me orders, or you can't tell me how to be a better person. And actually, what happens when you wake up day in, day out, see the same people, and stop thinking and understanding that the people in your life 24/7 are actually your growing curve, you lose a really grand opportunity. Because kids see their parents now and they go, well, who is dad or mom to say anything? Or maybe all kids hear is mom or dad telling them what to do and what not to do. So in a way, they kind of turn off what mom and dad are telling them as an idea, as a suggestion, as a guidance. And then they look on social media, and then they see a different life that isn't the one that they're living at home. And perhaps they're not exposed enough to recognize that's just entertainment, and maybe they're not being discerning to believe that that might not be the real deal. So imagine your children aren't really interacting with you, and when they do, it's to do and not to do. And then they spend hours on their social media, and they see things that looks like it's greater than life, and then they start to feel angry that when they're at home with you or living and being with you, it's such a drag. And they start to feel or think living the life that they're seeing on social media or in the movies is really the real deal, and it's not. So it can create a lot of internal conflict in the home, especially during a pandemic that seems like it's just not ending. So imagine for a moment, your home, it's been about 8 or 9 months. Yes, Costco doesn't count, supermarket doesn't count, doctor's visit do not count for getting out of the house. I'm talking about really being at home morning, noon, and night with those same people. That at some point in time, you have to determine, and this is a really important point, everyone, you have to determine that the people in my life are there for me to grow. It's not there for me to get worse. Because what can actually take place is that you take each other for granted, and you stop recognizing the strengths, or the strengths more so in the person, and then you just kind of think of the person based on their weaknesses or their limitations in their character. So you don't feel you can listen to anything that they have to say. There's no room for growth or inspiration as far as they're concerned. But they will be inspired by looking at Facebook and Twitter. They'll be inspired by looking at Instagram. And they're walking around with this thinking and thought, this is who they should be, this is what they want to become. There was a research done a few years ago, and kids were asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Can you believe 80% of the children said, what do they call, social media star, a YouTuber, because everybody thinks that that's really the way. There's no doubt that if people love over you and love on you, it's a beautiful feeling. But what are you doing to earn that love? Who are you as a person to galvanize such love from real people, not virtual, real people. There's nothing more empowering and inspiring than to know people and to have people in your life that you can really just call on and take support, or to offer support genuinely from the deepest parts of your heart. So today's conversation is really about recognizing that the people that you are spending 24/7 with on a day-to-day basis, especially during this time that we are encountering this continuous invitation to look inwards, they are your instruments, they are your opportunity to help you to look inside and see, what is it that I need to learn here? Where is my growth? What's the opportunity that has now brought itself to me? They might not think the way you do. They might not dress the way you do. They might not believe in the things that you believe. But you must keep asking yourself this question: what am I learning in this relationship? Then you'll really enjoy being at home with those folks that you just can't get rid of. All right, so let's see what your blessing and your good wish will be for today. Looking at this one. Instead of chasing after the mirage of any desire, may you be innocent of even the knowledge of desires, and accumulate for the soul a true spiritual income. How perfect of a blessing is that for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Wise-ish. A little bit of wisdom will take you a long way. Remember, no one can take away your happiness unless you give them permission. And we really are here to love each other the same. So let's increase that.